Hello, this video is going to cover coding. This week the CS First website went through an update, and so there were some changes made, and so I want to show you how you get into the coding and how to do your work and what you need to do in order for me, your instructor, to see it and to grade it. In your assignment instructions, on step 1, it tells you to go to your internet browser and go to csfirstwithgoogle.com to get started. So what you're going to do is you're going to highlight that link from your instructions, put it up here in your browser. I strongly urge you to use Google as you work on these assignments. And then just hit enter to take you to the CS First website. Now this website, a little bit of background on it, Google put it together. They worked with MIT and their Scratch program to make some computer science curriculum to make coding fun. This was geared towards grade school and middle school students. However, we have found that there's a lot of adults that don't know how to do coding, and this is a great fun way to introduce you to the world of coding. We do have classes, introduction to coding, that you can take that also uses the same CS First program, as well as getting a little deeper into the coding programs and things you can do. So if this is something you're interested in, please talk with your advisor. There's some other classes and programs that you can do and take at WSU Tech to improve your coding skills. For this particular class, we're just going to be doing a couple of assignments. So to get to them, we're going to click up here on Sign In, and you're going to choose I'm a Student. We are going to sign in with CS First. Your class code is listed in your assignment instructions. This particular one is B79VT2. Your class code will probably be different, so make sure that once you get your class code in, it should have your semester followed by your CRN of your class. So this is the number that shows up on your in your syllabus on the very first page. I'm making this in spring 21 with class 20443. So make sure that your class is, this CRN number matches your class. Your username and password, you don't have one yet for this. So you're going to come down here, don't have a username and password, you're going to create an account. So we're going to click on create an account, and understand this is what your teacher is telling you to do. So create an account, and it's going to give you a username and a password, and you need to write this down. This information is some that you need to send your teacher. You're going to need it to get back into the class, and you're going to need it be doing the Google document as well. So I'm going to write this down on a piece of paper for myself. My username is 387, password is Southwest. Again, make sure that you wrote it down and that you told your teacher what it is. And you can either keep yourself signed in to CS First on this device or not. It just depends on if you're working on this at home or at school. So here's your class. You've got your animated name and create your own Google logo. So you're ready to go into the class. So we're going to click first on animated name. Now you can see it says you have 2 activities completed. Don't worry so much about these particular lines on the website. You're not doing all of the activities. You're just going to be animating your name. You only have to create 1 Google logo. You don't have to do 3 of them. So we're going to click on Animate a Name. Let's start at the beginning. And you can, here you can look a little bit about it if you want to, see what's going on. Here's some examples of what you're going to be doing. It's going to take you 1 to 2 hours. Depends upon your internet connection and how deeply involved you get with the coding. I know when I'm working on coding, I have to set a timer because I really get into it. I really enjoy it. Hopefully you'll find the same thing. So we're going to click on Start. And then here's a video. And you need to watch this video. This video is 2 minutes and 38 seconds long. It's going to introduce you to the Animate and Name assignment. It's going to introduce you to coding and let you know what you're going to be doing. Underneath it here, you can click on the transcript so you can actually see the transcript from the assignment, what they're saying on this video. Over here on the links, you have a starter project. It's important to click on the starter project. And this is going to take you to Scratch for CS First. This project is automatically going to be shared with me in your class. You don't have to submit anything through Blackboard. The only thing that you have to make sure you let your instructor know is your username for Scratch. So click on Got It. Now up here at the top, I can click on the tab that has my CS First, and I'm just going to move it down. I'm going to click with my left mouse key, drag it down. Now you can see I have this tab all by itself. I don't see anything else. I can click on it now, and I can hold with my left mouse button down, drag over to the edge of my computer, and it's going to make it fit half of my computer screen. Now I can come over here to my Animate and Name in CS First.
Hi, my name is Olga and I work in Google's
I need to do it again to get this to just hit the half of it. I just want to see this on the half side here, guys. There we go. So I see my Scratch video, my Scratch website over here, and I can watch my video over here. And what you're going to be doing for this first one is animating your name or animating a word. Try to just make it something that's special to you. I suggest making it your name. That way, if for some reason your instructor doesn't get your username, they can figure out by the name that's on here. So if I'm going to animate my name, that's Linda, I'm going to come down here, and I've got all these add-ons. These are the different options that I'm going to do to make my name do something. So first thing I'm going to do is I can change color. Okay.
In this video,
here's a video. It's going to show you how to change the color. Each one of these items is called a sprite. And so each of your letters or sprites you're going to be changing. Now, I'm not going to use this particular A, so I'm going to just click on this trash can right here to get rid of it. And I'm going to add an L because I'm going to animate my name. I'm going to come down here to the cat and click on it to choose a sprite. I have all these different options I can choose from. And maybe I want people. Why this isn't letting me go down? There's letters. Make this full screen size. There we go. Why it wasn't letting me work the other way, but hey, we work with what we have. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to find an L. And now I have my name over here, my L. So down here, I've got my transcript here, or you could just watch the video and work along with the video.
Color when it's clicked. This changes the look of a letter in your animation.
We're going to change the color of our text.
Sprite to your project from the
So we've
Scratch
added our
library.
sprite to the project.
Scroll through the sprites to find the letter you need.
We've scrolled through to find the letters that we need,
Click on the sprite to add it to your project.
and we've added it to our project.
This example uses the letter A, but you will add a sprite for the name you are animating.
Now,
Next, code
it
the
says
sprite
A,
to change
but
color.
I went ahead and chose an L. Now I need to change the look of it. I'm going to change the color. So I can start and stop this video as I'm working through it to find out, to do the things that it's telling me to do. Over here in my coding, I'm going to click on looks, and I'm going to come down here to change color. I'm going to click, and I'm just going to drag this out to my coding work area. So I've got that dragged out, exactly what it's telling me to do. There's different options here. I'm going to change my color, but there's different things that you can change, make it change to. So every time I click on this now, my L changes color. So I'm listening to the area, the code here. I want to make the sprite change color when it's clicked. So I need to go to the events code area. So here under code is events, and here's all the different ways I can make my sprite change colors. I can just have it change when the green flag is clicked up here, or I can do when this sprite is clicked. So I can click, and I'm going to bring it over here to my work area, and I'm going to click it together. And that's just what it's telling me to do. This is telling my program when to run the code. So I could tell it just to change color, but how does it know when it's supposed to change color? So now, adding this when sprite clicked, when I click on the sprite, it's now changing color. So when somebody is looking at my project, it's changing my color. Now at the end of each of the videos, it tells you what you need to do. You can do just exactly what this video is telling you to do, or you can go out on your own and make some changes. Once you have your sprite coded the way you want it to, you can move it around. So you can put it on the page where you want it to do, and then go on to your next one. For each one of your letters, you should choose a different add-on. So grow and shrink, make it spin, make it wave, which is changes to different costumes, which is a lot of fun, so check that out. You can click so it says something. You want each one to do something different. So in my case, I've got my name, my next sprite, I'm going to come here with Miss Abby, and I am going to make her change to a different costume.
You will program a letter to
Okay, for my wave, instead of picking a letter and adding arms to it, I picked a sprite, then I went to the costumes, and depending upon what sprite you choose, you already have different costumes, which is different ways it looks, ways it's standing there. So because I chose this Abby, Abby has 4 different built-in costumes. So I went back to my code, and on the looks, I went to the switch costume. And on the switch costume, because Abby has 4 looks, I put 4 different switch costumes over into my working area. Then, on each one, I clicked the down arrow and switch costume, and I just made switch costume to Abby D, Abby C, Abby B, Abby A. In order for you to be able to see the sprite move, you need to have it wait. It moves really, really fast if you don't put a wait block in the middle of it. So under the events key, here is wait. And so under each one of these, so I can take them apart, under each one I put a wait, and then I changed it to 0.1 second. And that's telling the computer, hey, wait before you go to this costume. And then I put them all together in a block. Then I wanted it to do it over and over again, at least 10 times, so I used the repeat block. So then I put the repeat block around everything, and now I just need to say, when this sprite is clicked, do all this. So now, when I click on my Abby sprite for my eye, it's like she's clapping. Now she was a little big for what I wanted, so down here under size, I changed her to 75. So you can change it and make them smaller or larger, depending upon what you're wanting to do. Here's how big she started out, and I just thought that was too big for what I wanted, so I just changed it to 75. As you work through each one of these different add-ons, you'll learn different things about coding and how it works with it. So take the time, look through them, make your name do something nice and fun. I'm going to go ahead and finish my name off, and then I'll show you how the teacher looks at it. Okay, so now I've got my name animated, done some different things to it, changed the backdrops. What I did was I just went through all these videos. So just work through the videos and make the different changes as you want to. You can do just exactly what the video says, or go out on a limb and do some different things. So let's look and see what I did on mine. So on my L, I have it so that it changes colors. Then I have my I, which I made Abby, and she's switching the costume. My N is going to be spinning around and around when I click it. My D is one that I drew itself, and then when I click it, it's going to shake like it's in an earthquake. Then my A, I used an apple, and this is going to make a sound, and it's going to grow and shrink. Then I wanted a little bit of difference, so I added a beach ball. And with the beach ball, every time it clicks it, the backdrop's going to change. I didn't want just a plain white backdrop. So each time it's clicked, the background is changed. Over here on my project, I can click this full screen control, and now I can see my project. So every time I click my L, it's going to change color. I click Abby, she's going to be looking like she's talking. My N is going to spin. My D is going to shake. And my apple is going to grow and make noise. And every time I click on this beach ball, the background is going to change. So I can click on this full screen control and take me back, and that's all I need to do. I've got my file here. I can save it. I can save it to my computer. I can save as a copy. You just need to save, and that's it. Now when I go in as an instructor, I can close this now. I'm going to come over here to where it says student, and I'm going to sign out. When I sign back in as an instructor, I see all the classes that I've created. So here's the one that we've just been working in. And you can see, I come up here, I can see the people who are in the class. And there's already some other people who've done assignments in here. And you can see all I see are usernames. I don't see any names. You have to send me your number so I know who it is. So here, I was 387. So here, I can see the project, and I can see what you've done. And I can click on that, and I can go in, and I'll be able to look at your project and see what you've done. I'll be able to look at each of your sprites to see what you've coded and how you've done. Then I will post your grade to Blackboard. So say now you're ready to go ahead and work on the Google Docs. You're going to sign in. I'm a student. I'm going to sign in with CS first. I've got my code. Now I'm going to enter my username and my password. I can see the video that I've been watching. I can see my last view project. Now here I can see create my own Google logo. I can click on that, and I'm ready to start working on the next project. Make sure that you send me or your instructor your class code. Let us know if you have any questions. Reach out to us. Most of all, try to have fun with this. You're learning a whole new language, and it can be a lot of fun. It can also be frustrating as you're learning it, and I get that. Watch these videos. As you click the Start button, you've got your starter project over here that you will need, but then there's add-ons. It talks about how can you make your objects change. Watch those videos. Take the time to do it. Have fun and play and have fun with coding.